All right, welcome back to the SGPN Fantasy Football Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. We're presented to you by WynnBET. WynnBET is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET has what you need to win. If you sign up today, you bet $100, you're going to get a $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. We are going to continue our running back series. We're doing NFL draft profiles. You can check our YouTube channel. We got all our top 7 quarterbacks up. We have our 6 running backs today. We've already covered Bijan Robinson, and this is the Jahmry Gibbs episode.
Look, Gibbs has shown an excellent ability as an all-around running back, while both his 2 years at Georgia Tech and his 1 season in Alabama most recently. Look, this dude amassed over 3,200 all-purpose yards. And really what we like about him is that 3-down skill set and that beautiful upside of the receiving game. So, Dave, tell us a little bit about pros, cons, and your comp associated with Jahmry Gibbs.
Yes, I'm going to give you 3 pros, 3 cons, and my player comp. And with Gibbs, you got to start out with the speed and quickness. He is absolutely electric when he's out in space. He has, I like his hesitation move where he just freezes defenders, gives him a dead leg, and then just goes through them. It doesn't look the same when Brock Purdy does it. When Gibbs does it, it looks pretty good. And he's just, he's a special teams guy, can do some returning. And on top of that, he's got great hands. So he really profiles to be one of these guys that's out in space, catching the ball, Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones, those kind of guys. He's got great hands. Like he looks like he's a receiver converted into a running back. He runs routes like a receiver. He looks very natural. He knows how to find the space in the zones. He knows how to beat man coverage with the linebackers. And he's really a mismatch out there. And Alabama used him that way. You can see with him having 44 receptions, 444 yards, and that's not a 17-18 game season. And his burst, he's got really quick feet. There's a couple plays around the goal line where you can see where guys they went to tackle his feet, and he just like he was doing the drill, like chopping his feet. And he's just got really quick feet, allows him to bounce outside, allows him to make quick movements. And when he makes a cut, it doesn't look like he slows down. He almost just like speeds up. And so he's just a really smooth, fluent runner. His size is probably the first con that you're going to see. He's 5'11", 200 pounds, not your ideal prototypical 3-down running back. Obviously, he can put on a couple pounds, but what does that do for his size? At 5'11", can he put that on without, any injury risk or things like that? He'll come in over 200, but does he, the same conversation with Travis Etienne, is he going to get to that 215 mark? And if he does, can he sustain, a 20 to 25 touch a game workload? Pass blocking, you can see sometimes he doesn't look, he likes to pass block sometimes. And so he gets run over like Ezekiel Elliott in the playoffs. And production, he played in the SEC, which is great. And if you combine all of his yardage, he had over 1,000 yards and he had 10 touchdowns this year. But if you look at his production, it's pretty low. So you're projecting him to be a better NFL player than you are a college player versus some of these other guys that we're going to talk about with 16, 17, $1,800, 100 yards rushing. I think, I see a lot of Alvin Kamara player comps. I like that. Aaron Jones is good. I went with Tony Pollard. I think Tony Pollard is someone that is a great comp for him. Their running styles, how explosive they are. And we just wish Tony Pollard would have got the draft capital and the opportunities earlier in his career. And we, of course, want to wish Tony Pollard a speedy recovery.
Yeah, I love that comp. It does speak to the fact that he can be explosive in both sides of the game, right? Whether it's rushing the ball outside, inside, catching the ball. The nice thing is you see a lot of Jahmry Gibbs lined up in the slot or outside. He's a very versatile player. So I think if he goes to the right situation with an offensive coordinator who's willing to play around with that a little bit, you could really find yourself not a diamond in the rough, because everybody knows Jahmry Gibbs, and most likely he is everybody's too, but you could really come into a pretty nice dynasty asset in the long term.
Yeah, if he changes the hair, people might come with me with this Tony Pollard. The hair, I mean, he just looks like Alvin Kamara right there.
Yeah.
But that tall, lean frame with, he doesn't have small like lower half, but he does have like a receiver build, very Kamara like. But Kamara's he's a pretty stout dude. He's built pretty
he's
like
a
a running back
boy.
and receiver.
Yeah, he's a big old boy.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in on this episode. Again, check out the rest of our running backs and our quarterbacks. We'll be doing this all season, so make sure you guys subscribe, give us a like, and comment. Let us know your player comp. Let us know if we are too high, too low. And as always, good luck this season.
Cheers.